I'm out in the tundra. Just picked some Nagoon berries. It's a little bit too early. But then I just thought, I should creep around in here and see if there's any moose antlers left over, because this doesn't grow quite as thick cover. So I'm creeping around in the bushes, and I found a bunch of sweet gale. Let's see if this is it. Well, that's blueberry there, but it looks very similar to the blueberry, except when you pick the leaves, it's got a really beautiful scent to it. So I might pick a little bit and see what I can do with it. This is kind of a little tiny sliver of conservation land. There's some wild cotton. I didn't get my camera turned on in time to see the Arctic tern scolding me, which is unfortunate because there's not really very many of those around here, this part of Alaska. So she must have a nest back there somewhere, but I left that spot and let her be. You can actually see her flying around over there. And there's just heaps of baby ducks. One baby duck was napping, and then he woke up after everyone else had already fled to the other side of the lake. I'm just zigzagging back and forth and seeing what I find. I was hoping to be able to show you an Alaskan frog. I think this is some sweet gale. Yes, this is it. See, the leaves are a little bit longer. It smells so spicy. It smells delicious. But I don't think you can eat it. I think you have to brew it into alcohol. So I know my buddy Jason, who I haven't visited all year, but I should be bringing him some berries soon. Brews into his mead over at Sweet Gale Mead Works in Homer. That one's a really interesting flavor. To the thicket. Somebody's been eating a peanut. There's some eggs that must have hatched. Somebody's hockey goal. Stashed in the bushes. Probably gotten forgotten about for years because it hasn't moved for years. Ugh. I got some chaga before I came out and did this, because I happened to see some when I was driving down the road. So I brought my tree saw, put that on the top of my car. Oh goodness, it's thick in here. I know there was a moose hanging out here that had a nice set of antlers on it at the end of last year, but who knows? Who knows where that ended up? There's a red rusula mushroom all torn up. One of the biggest black bears I ever saw in my life walked right through here, was standing right in the middle of the road one day. There's a bunch of moose hair stuck on that branch. Oh, here we go. Here's some boletes. So these are edible mushrooms. Yeah, that's a king bolete. Look at that. That's a nice one too. It's got a little bit of slug chewing on the top. Well, look at that. I can cut that off. There's a tasty little snack. I wish I would have brought a knife. I know the spores have already been in the ground here. Shoot, I didn't bring my backpack with me either. Isn't that the way it goes? I got dirt on my berries, but at least I only got a few of these Arctic raspberries that were ripe. And you can't pull the little hairy parts off on these, they grow into it. So you just deal with it. Look at that, there's another little Boletus edulis, otherwise known as the king bolete. I prefer to clean these up and just cut them off at the bottom, but it's not going to matter because the spores are already in the ground. Cool. Those are like prime specimens. There's no beetle larvae inside of them. They're just rock solid. So then when I find something like that, I go in a circle real slow. And I crouch down. And I look and I stand up. And I look. Oh, that's a Arctic tern making that noise. There's some different mushrooms there. Boy, my foraging buddy's gonna be upset. They done just went on vacation. And then dang boletes pop up. These I think are a butter bolete. But I'm not sure, so I don't mess with them. You cut that and see if it turns blue. But I'm not gonna play with those, because some of these boletes up here will make you very, very sick. It's interesting, just those two. Actually, maybe I'll drop this big one off at my priest's house. It's probably watching. I haven't checked the comments yet. I left work a couple hours early to get some fillings on my front teeth. So now they look way better. Fix them, guys. Howdy, everyone. So finding some king bolete mushrooms. Walking around, I picked a few Arctic raspberries. I wanted to see if those were ripe. I don't get many down here. I get about enough to make 4 jars of jam. Maybe 6 on a good year. I'm looking for moose antlers. I just picked some chaga. So far, foraging in the woods, I kind of got the king's ransom. I got nagoon berries, king bolete mushrooms, and chaga. Just want to give this a good go for these king boletes, because I'd like to give enough to share with friends. That kind of works out good like that up here. When you find a bunch of stuff, you give some to your buddies, and then whatever they have extra, you end up getting some of that. I think that's all the boletes in this area. But I know another spot that I'm going to have to go check now. Something out in the bushes with me. I'm not sure what that. Oh, that's a agaric mushroom, because I can see the lumps on the top of it. Looks like another agaric. You can tell from a long ways away. It's going to start changing to red. No, no more boletes there, just those two. So after the Texas floods, the chemtrail program stopped here for about a week, and then it started back up again. I think today was the first day it started back up. Those are moose bones. The moose probably got hit in the road and came back here and died. Ugh. Park my car in a decoy spot so everybody's probably looking at it. I keep hearing cars slowing down going past it. What's he gathering? I wonder what he's gathering in the woods. Darn it. Deleted and deleted. So I'm not going to go all the way back here. Oy. I reckon no antlers in this spot. So I'm fixing to head back to my car. And I thank all you guys for watching. And once I get back over to my other spot, I'll start streaming again if I get on some more mushrooms. God bless. Thanks for joining me. When I get home tonight, Lord willing, do some prayers. And pray for me as well. I'm looking for a wife. And I've been struggling with a bit of depression. It's up and down like a roller coaster. I've been praying my way through it, and I know God answers prayers. And that He can do all things. I pray for strengthening in my faith. I love you guys. God bless, and I'll see you here in a few.